So tell us about the laser therapy treatment program.
It's a laser therapy treatment is something that has come to veterinary medicine in probably the last 5 to 7 years. It's something that was in sports medicine in humans for probably 20 years, and it's an exciting kind of healing option for arthritis and or skin wounds and post-surgical application.
Do you have an example of a condition that has helped one of your patients?
Yes, we've had even cats that get caught in fans of automobiles, etc., and have sustained really serious degloving injury on their back ends, and it accelerates the healing quite a lot for those type of injuries and skin problems, as well as post-surgical things, to heal it much quicker than the typical 2 weeks for a wound to heal.
So as we approach peak heating season, what should pet owners be aware of?
Well, in the summer, the biggest thing probably in my concern is pets that are left in a car, even for a short period of time, can overheat and get hyperthermia quite easily. People really need to be mindful of the fact that even just a couple of minutes is way too long, and they should avoid it completely, as well as, of course, provide water and such and shade for dogs that are outside, of course. The other concern is that you do get into spring and summer, you do have a lot of tick population. And so that's something that is best to be for sure that you've got your dog on flea and tick preventative.
What do you recommend as a good prevention program for fleas and ticks?
Well, there's a number of different products. Nowadays, things mostly have gone to at least monthly preventatives. There's topicals that can be used monthly. What we use is actually a pill that lasts 3 months, and it kills fleas and ticks. A little bit harder to kill the tick. It takes a little bit longer, but it is something that works very well, and then people only have to do it every 3 months. Certainly, if a tick gets on your pet and they're not on a flea and tick preventative, it's best to see the veterinarian for it to be removed completely, because sometimes what happens is that the head of the tick, someone will just try to pull the tick out, and they pull the body of the tick off, but not the head of the tick, and it's still down in the skin. So we have a technique, that we use here by, putting a topical on it, kind of killing making them unattach, and then removing them.
So what are some red flags that your pet might need medical treatment?
Probably one of the most common that we see is dental disease, and the decay and then organ failure that happens down the road as it gets worse for pets. Probably the most common red flag that owners can see is just bad breath. But it's important to have the pet seen certainly yearly for us to take a look at the teeth and kind of assess how bad they're getting.
What are some advancements in veterinary technology that people might not be aware of?
Well, I think one thing is the advancement in radiology, digital radiology, meaning full body digital x-rays as well as dental digital x-rays. We provide that on every dental cleaning that we do. So the concern is that with that sort of technology, you can tell on teeth that maybe are questionable grossly or may not even be questionable when you look at the naked eye at the tooth. But then, as you hear from your own dentist, most of the tooth lives under the gum and you can't see it. So with this kind of technology, it certainly tells you whether or not a tooth is viable or whether it needs to be extracted.
Well, thank you so much for your time.
Thank you very much.
This is Melena Aveck reporting for Avex Community News, Mommy. Thank you so much for coming on board as a student sponsor. What are your thoughts on this program?
I think it's an excellent program, and I think that it's a really good thing to get students geared towards a career.
So what other community activities are you involved in?
Well, we are active here with Maumee City Council. As far as city planning stuff, in the years past, I have done some things with MS Society, with Bike to the Bay, and of course we're pretty active with a lot of different rescues around Maumee here, and Humane Society, etc.
Well, thank you for all you do for the community.
Thank you.
Now, Delaney, you are a senior at Evergreen High School, and you've been involved in the ABEX project for 3 months now, and what are your thoughts on it?
Well, it's a great confidence builder, for one. I've gotten out of my comfort zone tremendously over the past few months, and with that I've learned communication skills, I've learned life skills with talking with real adults instead of just my peers in high school. It's just been a huge opportunity for me, and I'm so thankful that I've had the opportunity, because it's really going to help me for college when I go and try to get jobs and get experience, and I have this experience to put on my resumes.
Would you recommend this to other students?
I would absolutely recommend this to other students. Not only is it a great confidence builder and great job experience, but it's also a good way to earn money in high school but not take up too much of your time, because I know everybody's busy with extracurricular sports clubs and everything.
Well, great. And Matt, thank you so much for being one of the business sponsors. Without your generous support, we couldn't do this, so thank you very much.
You're welcome. I always like to help people who are interested and help someone find their passion, especially at a younger age. It's invaluable to have that experience and something to put in your back pocket that you always have now from now on.